Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So in this video, we are going to learn some of the dynamic array functions in Excel. So these are some functions which we will learn in this video. So now my first function is unique function, and here this is my data where I have details of some products and their net prices. Now if you want to find out the unique colors for all these 5 products, so for this we can apply unique function. And now my first argument is array. So here my array is my color range D3 to D22. Now next is by column, and by default here we always use false. We can type 0 or false, anything, and for true we can type 1 also. So basically I am typing 0 here because I want unique rows. And now my next criteria is exactly once. So it means that if I want to find out the values or the colors which appear exactly once in my data, then I can use true. And if I select false, then it means that I want every distinct item in my data, that is every unique color name in my data. So first of all, I will select false or 0 because I want every unique color name. So these are the colors which are unique in my data, that is rest of the colors are same in this whole data. And now again if I use unique function, again my array would be my color range, and now by column here also I am selecting false or 0 for unique rows. Now here I will select true or 1 because I want the color names which appear exactly once in my data. So these are 2 colors which are appearing exactly once in my data, that is yellow and white color are not repeated in my data, they are appearing only once. And now if I again type unique function and select my array, now if I don't type anything for my next 2 arguments, then also it will give me the same results like this one, because these rest of the 2 arguments are optional one, we may or may not use them. Now again if I use unique function and in my array if I choose 2 columns, that is my color column and the unit price column, and now if I choose false here, that is return unique rows, and press enter. So here I have got only 15 entries, but in my data I have total 20 entries. So I got only 15 entries because these are the unique entries in my data and rest of the 5 entries are not unique. Like here in my data purple and its unit price is 300, and here also I have purple whose unit price is 300, and the next entry here it is also purple and its unit price is 300. So it has taken purple only once in my data. And now again if I use unique function and again I am choosing my array as my color column and my unit price column, and now I am choosing true because I want every unique column. So if I choose true, then it is showing me total 20 entries, which is same as my data because it is giving me unique entries according to my columns. But here in this criteria I have chosen false, which means that it will return the unique entries out of my rows. So it is comparing the entries according to rows, and here it is comparing the entries according to columns. Now here I have a data of some colors where I have some blank cells in between them, and if I use unique function here, this is my array, and press enter. So here these are the 3 unique colors, and I have got 0 also because I have some blank cells in my data, so that is why it has given me 0 instead of that blank cells. If I put any 0 here, then here in my answer I will get 2 zeros, and the first 0 is for these blank cells and the second 0 is for the 0 typed in my data. Now my next function is sort function. So basically this function will sort your data in ascending or descending order. Equal to sort array. So here I am selecting my whole table, and next is sort index. It means that the column number which you want to sort. So here I want to sort my products or my products column. So I will type 1 here because my products are in column number 1. And then next is sort order. It means that if you want to sort your data in ascending order, then type 1. And if you want to sort your data in descending order, then type -1. So here I want to sort my data in ascending order, so I'm typing 1 by columns. So if you type true, it will sort your data according to columns, and if you select false, it will sort your data by rows. So here I'm selecting false or 0. So this is how my data is sorted in ascending order. First I got the data for product 1. Now next is product 2, product 3, 4 and 5. So my data is sorted in ascending order. If you want to sort your data in descending order, then you can type -1 here in your formula. So now my data is sorted in descending order. And if you want to combine unique and sort function, you can also do that. Equal to unique. Now my array is my color range, and press enter. So these are all the unique colors in this data. And now if you want to sort your color names in ascending order, then we can apply sort function here. Type sort, open bracket, now close the bracket from the last and press enter. So now my color names are sorted in ascending order. Now the next function is sort by function. Here in this function you can sort your 2 or more columns simultaneously. Like in this sort function, we can sort our data according to one column only, and in this sort by function we can sort 2 or more columns. Equal to sort by. Now array. Now my array is my whole table. Next is by array 1. So my first array is I want to sort my data according to my products. So I will select my product range, and now next is sort order. So I want my products in ascending order, so I will type 1 here. Now by array 2. For this I am selecting my unit price, sort order 2, and for this I want to sort my unit price column in descending order, so I will type -1 here and then close the bracket, press enter. So this is how my products are sorted in ascending order, and here my unit price is sorted in descending order. So for my product 1, the unit prices are sorted in descending order, and for product 2 also unit price are sorted in descending order. And if I make some changes in between this data range, like if you want to change any unit price, like I change it to 100, then you will get this spill error here, because you can't make changes in between this data range. If you want to make some changes in your data, then you can change it from here. Like if I change my price from 500 to 1000, then it will automatically be updated here, but you can't make changes in between this data range, otherwise you will get spell error. And now here in your array, if you don't want to select your whole data range again and again, then you can also define a name to your data. Like select your data and then go to formulas, and from here you can select define name. Now you can give any name to this data and then press OK. So now if I use any function like equal to sort, and in array if I type product details, if I select product details from here and then comma, sort index is column number 1 and my sort order is ascending order, and press enter. You can go to define name and then define a name for your table, and if you go to name manager, then you will see your data range for which you have selected your name, And if you want to make some changes in the names of your data, then you can edit the name from here and press OK and close this window. Now my next function is sequence. So this function will generate a sequence of numbers equal to sequence rows. It means that how many rows you want to make a sequence of numbers, like I want 4 rows and 5 columns and start. It means that from where you want to start your sequence of numbers, like I want to start my numbers from 4 and step. It means that how much gap should be there in between your numbers, like I want a gap of 2 numbers in between every number and press enter. So here I have got 4 rows and 5 columns, and there is a gap of 2 numbers in between every number in my data. So this is how we can use sequence function. Now my next function is rand-array function. So this function is also quite similar to sequence function, like equal to rand-array. So rows, how many rows you want, like I want 4 rows and 6 columns, and minimum number, I want 10 as my minimum number and 100 as my maximum number, so that my number range will be between 10 to 100. There won't be any number in my data range which is more than 100 and which is less than 10, and integer or decimal. If you want decimal numbers, you can choose false or 0, and if you want integers, you can choose true or 1 and press enter. So this is my data range where I have 4 rows and 6 columns, and all the numbers are greater than or equal to 10 and less than or equal to 100. Now if you open your formula and again if you press enter, then your numbers will change automatically. And if you want to save these numbers, you can select your numbers and you can use paste special from home tab. So for this, simply copy your data and go to paste, and from here you can use paste special and you can use values from here and press OK. So now your values won't change and your formula is also removed from the formula bar. So my next function is filter function. Like we always use filter in our data. Like here, if I want the only red color in my data, then I can select red from here and press OK. So it will give me the result for red color only. So like this, we can use a formula for filter function, like equal to filter. Now here for my array, I'm selecting my product details because it is my array name. Now next is includes. So it means that you want to filter your data according to which criteria. So I want to filter my data according to my color range. So I will select my color range. And if you want to give a name to your color range, then also you can give it from here in formula tab. I have selected my color range, and after that I will type equal to and type red in double inverted commas and press enter. So now it is showing me the details of only red color. And now if I type my color in a cell like here, then it would be easy to use filter function equal to filter, and my array is my product details, my table name, includes. I will select my color range, and now instead of typing the color in double inverted commas, I will choose my cell, that is K5 cell, and press enter. So it is showing me the data for yellow color only. Now if I change the color from here like red, so it is showing me the data for red color only. There is one more criteria in your filter function, which is if empty. So it means that if you have selected this K5 cell and if this K5 cell is empty, then what you want instead of error. Like here, if there is nothing in my K5 cell, then I will get a error. And if I type anything here, like if I type no data found and press enter, so instead of showing that error, it is showing me the text which I have typed in case my cell is empty. Now again, if I type my color name here, so it is showing me the data for that color. And here if I don't type anything in if empty and I'm using only double inverted commas 2 times, so here it is showing me the blank cell or empty cell. Now we can also combine our filter function with another function. Like if I want to combine my filter function with count A function, like equal to filter, and my array is my color range, comma include. So this is my data range, and out of this data range I want only the red color. So here I have 4 red colors in my data, and I use count A function with filter function here, that is equal to count A. So this function will basically count all the cells in your data which are not empty. So it means that there can be anything in your cells, whether it's a number, text, or a symbol. And now press enter. So it is showing me 4 because I have 4 red colors in my data. Now we can also combine unique and filter function equal to filter. Now if I select my data array as my quantity column, comma, includes, and here I want the quantities which are greater than 30 and press enter. So these are all the quantities which are greater than 30. So these are all the quantities which are greater than 30, and some of the quantities are repeated here like 50. Now if I apply unique function here and press enter, so it is showing me only the unique quantities and repeated entries are removed from here. Hope you will like this video, and thank you for watching.